Welcome everyone to my 500th subscriber video. I asked the number 500 if they wanted a topic covering, and I was charged with answering what my favourite weapon for each class was. So thanks to bluesheepminecraft. Who knows how he finds his way from a pixelated sandbox to this hellish forever war on Araxis. Anyway, for starters, my favourite weapon for the heavy assault class is the VS Eidolon battle rifle, mainly for its versatility. I use it aggressively at close ranges with a laser sight to great success. The recoil is fairly manageable with hipfire, and you can keep your shots within the head box, making it pack a very potent punch. I think the heavy shield also gives you little time to get your shots into the sweet spot. Often I even came out on top of other heavies. However, it is also able to be very competitive in mid-ranges, and even has a chance at longer ranges. I also found myself outgunning snipers who weren't so quick on the trigger. Mostly though, you can be very accurate with your shooting, and really outplay those using automatic weaponry. It has also been updated to have more bullet velocity, making it even more attractive when engaging at range. The close range does feel quirky at first. Once you get used to it, the weapon becomes a jack of all trades. Something else to note is that the Eidolon specifically has a very noticeable sound profile. It sounds like you have a suppressor already attached, which is a massive advantage paired with a flash suppressor to keep your fire from appearing on the minimap. The TR carve, however, has been tugging at my heartstrings. With a forward grip, it is a very tight weapon indeed. It shoots where you want it to, and throws a very decent punch. Maybe if I'd had more time with it, it might have taken the Eidolon's place. For the light assault, I picked the NCJoshino. It is a weapon that makes you salivate. It has a very high damage, and it only takes a handful of bullets to kill an enemy, which makes it almost like a shotgun in close quarters combat, but at further ranges with headshots it is still a very competitive carbine. I found it really paid off with an aggressive playstyle, paired with a suppressor to conceal your location, because you have such a high damage potential to wreak absolute havoc. Also, with the forward grip attachment, it gave it that edge at ranges. Furthermore, because you only need to land so few bullets with it up close, it still felt fine to hit fire, and getting headshots wasn't too difficult either. I found that paired with gutsy movement to flank enemies, you could clear whole areas before being noticed.
But alone it's
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'll damage overnight.
I set up the...
My favourite weapon for the Inflitrator has to be the VS Artemis. I chose this scout rifle, firstly because I plainly just suck at sniping, but also that I feel that whilst destructive, the SMGs are not versatile enough for me. Also, the VS Artemis shares a very silent sound profile that is akin to the Eidolon, meaning that you gain extra control through not needing a suppressor while still being relatively undetectable. The big downside is a small magazine size, but I find that this weapon with a forward grip and a flash suppressor can still competently kill one person per magazine. If up close, you keep a little space between enemies, but getting into a rhythm of attacking then cloaking, you can get one kill after another. Plus, this weapon is very capable at medium ranges with a little tending to its recoil. This weapon really pays off with its headshots, and with its accuracy they are quite easy to maintain.
Rebel OP, please no.
Rebel? Battle.
A Rebel. The
What,
NC pistol.
With the Max, I haven't really played this class a whole lot, but it was hard for me not to say my NC combination of a scatter cannon and a grinder, which in close quarters combat can kill whole congregations of enemies, and it can do a peekaboo maneuver to kill people very satisfyingly through windows. But because it isn't as effective against other Maxes, unless you charge them an exclusively headshot which in turn leaves you vulnerable, and you have no power to damage vehicles, I'd go with the TR Pounders, which you get one by default and the second one only costs you 250 certs. A no-brainer in my opinion. I was surprised by how well they seem to perform against vehicles, and they are very capable against enemy infantry as long as you can get direct hits. Also, like the Comets and Falcons I think for the NC, they are very good against other Maxes. Furthermore, the way they act like grenades and have a drop makes them quite satisfying to try and control.
Okay, I'm taking the shield generator down. What?
I also don't spend all too much time as a medic. I spent most of my early gameplay as a class, but I've only just started getting back into it. With the VS for the most part, I was using the Pandora, because of the nature of medics being in the firing line all the time saving your buddies. You'll be up and close and personal, but I really don't enjoy using shotguns, so for now I'll have to say that I've had a lot of fun with both the NC1 Gauss Assault Rifle on the NC side and the TRT1 Cycler. The NC gun has the punch you want, with a little speed, and feels like a generally competent weapon, whilst the T1 Cycler is fairly fast firing and can come out on top in hairy close quarters situations. For that reason, I choose a Cycler with a laser sight over the NC1 for my favourite on the medic. Its fairly high rate of fire, added to the 40 bullets per magazine, has given me several strung together kills I might not otherwise get, and often in between healing people right in front of their noses. For the engineer, I don't often play this class with either repairing a max and being content in the knowledge I'll die repairing them, or in the seat of my vehicle, in which I am tempted to say the repair tool is my favourite engineer weapon, but that wouldn't be in keeping with the theme. So I'll go for the battle rifle again, but for a different reason to the heavy, where it is more of a quirky gun that feels satisfying to use. The battle rifle on the engineer provides the most versatile experience. I feel that with the infinite ammo provided by the ammo pack, this gun can be really used as a support weapon, combating competently at medium ranges and demotivating snipers. So in this example, I am using the NC's Warden with a forward grip and flash suppressor. To be honest, I think even with the laser sight, the battle rifles are very comfortable at medium ranges, so it is always something to think about to keep you competitive in closer ranges. But you don't have the advantage of the shield that the heavies do. Also, there is a noticeable tightening of the recoil with the forward grip on the weapon too, so it shouldn't be dropped lightly. The Warden has a bit more of a noticeable sound profile, being more punchy than the Eidolon, but it probably isn't all that recognisable to the uninitiated. I hope you are satisfied, bluesheepminecraft. Also, I'd like to say thank you to everyone that has supported me up to this point. I hope my content is getting better and not worse. I know at least the commentary has gotten a little less stutter-ridden than it was before, especially when looking back to my How to Renzook video. Thanks for watching, Joshino.